Is there a killer hiding in the basement?
And if so, what can be done about it?
The killer's name is radon. It's an odorless, invisible gas that's responsible for tens of thousands of deaths in this country every year.
Radon exposure is the second leading cause of lung cancer and is estimated to be the sixth leading cause of all cancer deaths combined.
According to the U.S. Surgeon General, radon is second only to cigarette smoking in causing lung cancer.
The good news is you can do something about it, whether you're a homeowner or a real estate agent who is recommending radon contractors to homeowners.
In this DVD from the Delaware Division of Public Health, you'll learn what radon is, why it's dangerous, how to test for it, what a proper removal system should include, and what to look for in a qualified radon contractor. First,
what is radon?
Simply put, radon is a naturally occurring radioactive gas.
That's right, radioactive. Remember that. We'll come back to the harmful effects of this radioactivity in a minute.
You can't see radon.
You can't smell it.
And you can't taste it.
It's a byproduct of the radioactive breakdown of uranium that's found deep in the ground.
The radon travels up through layers of rock and soil below office buildings,
schools,
and our homes.
It can collect in well water, crawl spaces, and basements.
Radon may be found in older homes and buildings, and in newer ones as well. In fact, since newer homes are more airtight than older ones, they often allow a higher concentration of radon to collect.
When we think of dangers in the air, we often think of outdoor air pollution. But it's really the chemicals trapped and concentrated in our indoor spaces that are the most dangerous.
Although radon easily travels through cracks in underground rocks and basement floors, it's stopped by the concrete, wood, and glass of your home's walls and windows.
And it's stopped by our skin, fortunately. So the goal is not to breathe radon.
Inhaled radon sticks to the inner lining of our lungs. Its radiation can damage the DNA of surrounding cells, eventually causing cancerous tumors.
Radon was first discovered as a threat in homes in 1984. An employee at a nuclear power plant in Pennsylvania began to set off radiation alarms on his way into the plant. After weeks of investigation, authorities discovered the source of the radioactivity. The employee had high levels of radon in his house.
This incident focused national attention on radon detection and treatment. The Environmental Protection Agency has issued standards for radon levels, and radon has become an important issue in a majority of home sales today.
In fact, Delaware law requires real estate agents to give buyers information about radon. This is usually in the form of a small pamphlet.
There are some areas of the country where radon is more common, but it can literally be found in one house and yet not in one right next door. So don't decide against testing your house because a neighbor tells you none of the other houses in the neighborhood have radon.
And because you live in a low radon concentration area doesn't mean your house does not have it. Remember, your house can be collecting it, making the concentration in your house higher than the average for your entire state or region.
Delaware is one of the states in which a lower concentration of radon is typically found, particularly in Sussex and Kent counties. Newcastle County has a somewhat higher concentration, with levels in some places reaching as high as our neighbor to the north, Pennsylvania.
Homes that commonly have radon problems include those built above granite rock and those that have a concrete slab construction, a sump pump, or a private well.
So, to find out if it's present, you have to test for it. Fortunately, testing is easy and inexpensive.
There are a variety of testing methods available. You can perform some of them yourself or have a radon specialist do it. We'll tell you how to find a radon specialist in just a minute.
The test kits are available from hardware and home stores, and even from some supermarkets and drugstores.
Testing methods include charcoal canisters, alpha track detectors, electret ion chambers, continuous monitors, and charcoal liquid scintillation detectors.
The charcoal canister method is the cheapest and easiest to perform yourself. Simply open the canister and place it in the lowest living area of your home, usually the basement.
Place the canister about 2 feet off the floor in an area that will remain undisturbed for the duration of the test, usually from 3 to 7 days. Then, send the canister to a laboratory for evaluation.
If your results show very low levels or no radon at all, congratulations, you're done. Although you may want to test again every few years as levels vary throughout the year. Be sure to save your results in case you sell the house. You can include the test results in the home's disclosure document.
If the results are positive, you should redo the test to be certain. To ensure accuracy, the test should be conducted during various seasons of the year, since radon levels tend to fluctuate.
Whichever method you choose, follow the instructions to be sure your results are valid.
The Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, has recommended that some form of radon level reduction be made to any home with a reading over 4 picocuries per liter of air, also expressed as 0.02 WL, or working level.
You should still consider doing something to address levels between 2 and 4 picocuries per liter, since your risks can be reduced further.
Even if you've been living in the house for 30 years and you just discover a radon problem now, you should fix it, since you can still limit your exposure and risk of developing cancer.
A number of terms for reducing your home's radon levels are used, which all mean basically the same thing. You may hear it called radon removal, mitigation, or remediation.
If you're a really good do-it-yourselfer, you might be able to complete the project on your own. Most people, however, will do better with the services of a qualified contractor.
For a list of qualified contractors, you can contact the state. We'll give you the number in just a minute. Right now, we'd like to quickly go through what a good radon mitigation system and contract should include.
People may tell you to just open some windows in the basement or have a little fan blowing out. There are a couple of problems with these two approaches. First, they don't usually lower the radon concentration levels enough. Second, since you're just blowing your heated or air-conditioned air outside, these approaches can seriously increase your energy bills on an ongoing basis. So be wary if a contractor suggests this as the final solution.
There are a variety of effective methods to reduce radon. Some of them can reduce the level of radon in your home by 99%, even if your current levels are very high. The cost of your home's remediation depends on the method chosen and the particulars of your house.
The first step in any method is to seal all floor and wall cracks, especially around water pipes and drains, with an airtight sealer. This will help prevent radon from getting into your house in the first place. Again, be wary if this step is not mentioned by the contractor or put into the contract.
The most commonly chosen reduction method is called sub-slab depressurization. A hole is dug through your basement concrete slab to the ground below. Plumbing-type PVC pipe is run below the slab and a small fan is installed. Suction created by the fan draws radon from the soil beneath the concrete slab and safely vents it away from the house through an exhaust pipe that extends above the roofline. This method is effective, energy efficient, and relatively simple. Some contractors may tell you the goal is to get your radon level under 4 picocuries per liter. However, the standards that have been established for radon reduction state that the goal is maximum radon reduction to lower your risk as much as possible. In most cases, radon levels can be reduced to below 2 picocuries per liter.
Other methods you may hear of include drain tile suction, block wall suction, sump hole suction, household pressurization, and heat recovery ventilation.
The average cost of these methods is around $1,200, although it can range from $800 to $2,500 or more.
If you are building a new home, you can have it constructed with radon-resistant features. This will lessen your chance of exposure and is less expensive than paying for remediation costs later.
Of course, all of this work must be done while adhering to any pertinent state and local electrical, plumbing, fire, and building ordinances and codes. Any contractor you consider should be aware of all of these. They should also apply for any necessary licenses or permits and display permits in the work area if required.
Any work your contractor performs should be designed to be permanent and not just a temporary, flimsy fix. The contractor should also state in the contract which industrial standard is being used, RMS or ASTM. Ask the contractor if he or she holds professional proficiencies or certification credentials.
You want to choose only a contractor who is on the Delaware state list and has been recommended to you by a family member, friend, or real estate agent you trust. It's also a good idea to get estimates from more than one contractor. You can even ask the contractors for references of satisfied customers. The State Consumer Protection Office also maintains a list of contractors who have complaints against them.
Okay, now the phone number we promised. For more information and to see if you qualify for a free test kit, call the Delaware Helpline at 1-800-464-HELP or visit DelawareHealthyHomes.org on the web. You may also visit epa.gov/radon for access to official national radon guidelines.
Thanks for viewing this DVD, and best of luck in your radon testing.